even, given that we don't have an even number of things with the robot. Oh wait, where's the robot?
He's
a practice.
passion fruit, by the way.
Robot's in the other campaign, Rob.
True.
Don't tell him to come over here. He's late. Robot, where have you been? We're gonna say passion fruit, by the way, just because no one said anything.
Can we say pomegranate?
Pomegranate. Okay.
Pomegranate.
Palmy my granites.
Pomegranate?
Pomegranate. How do you say it?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
We are gonna say pomegranate.
Chef, you like that one a little too much.
Pomegranate. Hold up.
That little smirk got me so good, dude.
Pomegranate.
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 Palmy my granites.
Pomegranate.
You said the Pokemon.
Oh, true. You said the Pokemon.
Oh God.
Palmy my granites.
I don't know. Okay. I was saying it slightly wrong, but you know what I
wanted to do.
You know what I mean, though. Can we say that?
Did I mess something up?
Yes.
Did I click you out?
What just happened?
Oh my gosh!
Cari kicked you. Cari kicked you.
No, you're fine. I was trying to click away. I think I had earlier on turned the volume on you down, and then I went to click away from it onto the screen, and I accidentally clicked something in the drop-down menu. I hope it didn't take anything away from you.
I didn't realize that you was such a...
This is why Cari doesn't get admin privileges. It's not because I don't love her and that we live in the same house. It's just she's bad with technology.
I have understood my mistake, madam. Not pomegranate. I apologize.
What is it then?
Pod, my granites.
Pomegranate. Pomegranate. That's what I was saying.
You got in pie.
No, you
just
said pomegranate.
Just a basic ma. Just a basic ma. Yeah.
Pomegranate.
There you go.
Okay, I found it a little bit difficult.
Think of yourself as a southern person when you speak. Pomegranate. Instead, then you
now we know how good Jodie is at
Right.
accents, though.
I can't do accents. I just can't. I don't know
Come
why.
on, let's hear your southern accent.
Well, I mean, don't actually
Pomegranate.
do it. Oh, that was good.
Speaking of pomegranates, can we end this discussion?
Yeah.
Am I saying this right? Kayate. Did I say it right?
Are you telling us?
Chef nodded? Okay.
You've done it.
My God, she's done it.
Yeah. Just now you learn to say it. Don't ever
Fucking
use it.
pomegranate.
Pomegranates.
There's one too many seeds in that fruit.
Well, I have pomegranate juice and it's delicious, but it's really expensive to get the pure pomegranate juice. Really, really expensive.
Just squeeze it.
No, I buy it in the shop.
Oh, I thought of it.
How would I squeeze a pomegranate?
Slowly.
I can't do that.
With your muscles.
Your teeth.
Between your thighs.
See, Jodie, you got options.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm glad I got you.
Okay, I must be missing something. Is this session 47? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I don't.
You said that with such confidence, I kind of want to believe you, but...
I got 47 as well.
Okay. I am definitely inclined to go on the positive side of yes, but, you know, Jodie's prone to pull legs.
Yeah. I had an ad immediately, so like, yeah, let's do the sub again.
Yeah.
Somebody finds my pen.
I have it so that when I go live, I don't have pre-roll ads for when people join. But in order to do that, I basically hit the live button and then I have an ad go as soon as it's physically possible. Because it's like the least amount of viewers are going to happen right there. So it's like, if I'm going to run an ad, I'll run it when there's no one here.
Okay. I might not put the camera on because I'm just looking rough today. I'm going to be real.
Friendly reminder to everyone, we just had a big ass battle, so let's not try and tempt fate.
We're all looking bad.
We just had a big battle. Wait, I need to sign in.
Yeah, I have no spell slots, guys. Don't do anything stupid.
Oh god,
That's
man,
okay, I have spell slots.
So we finished our battle. We got out of the front with the statues to turn the directions. We got the puzzle for the keyholes. Grim decided to take the mantle of the last feather. We opened the last keyhole to stop the session, and then Chef dumped a bunch of loot on us that we discussed post-game.
Yep. You are deep underground in the basement of the Citadel of the Keepers. You have eased the nightmares of Finian Laughing Spark and put him to rest. Jacob Spark has gone quiet, and his wife is comforting. They're going to remain upstairs in the Citadel for now while you continue on, and they'll meet you back at the entrance of the Citadel a bit later. You are at the door to the chamber of it, the Ascension. The keyhole has opened up after solving the last puzzle in the Citadel. The passageway has opened up, and the heavy wall mechanisms groan against the dust that has worked its way into the cracks over the decades. Multiple magical seals release, unleashing a wave of cool, humid air. Is there feedback coming from someone?
Sorry, it might be me. Hang on, I'll try to sort it out.
You still hearing
Multiple
it?
magical seals release, unleashing a wave of cool, humid air that has been sealed and fermenting. The hallway continues for a bit before becoming hewn in rough stone, more natural looking, carved by hand tools and sweat. The hallway turns to tunnel, and the tunnel turns downward, steepening enough to require stairs at first every few paces, then a steady staircase steepening further still. The staircase begins to switch back and forth along the walls of the now pit, descending straight down. The walls are speckled with amber gems studded into the walls, emitting a dull orange glow, giving everything a dated look as if in an old-timey photograph. I just wanted to prompt some people. What is Maefyre thinking walking down these slick steps? Her family was hired to secure this passage, and Finian gave his life trying to protect the Citadel. Was it worth it? Would Maefyre do the same?
So this is shortly after Finian's death. Maefyre is trying to be stoic and concentrate on the journey ahead, but she's apprehensive and still thinking about her grandfather and the sort of implications of what happened. And she's thinking about Grim taking the Order of the Feather and is fixedly staring ahead and not saying a word to anybody.
What does Mesh think? This road has been walked before by his doppelganger. Was this destiny? What brought Dusty here?
Something probably to ask Van about their journey over here. Just making mental notes about little details that don't add up yet. Trying to piece things together. Just hoping we're on the right path, even though it was kind of shoved on us a little bit. Yeah, that's about it.
The steps narrow. The hallway is now a hole, mostly straight down, with a staircase winding down the wall. Even Chamilla is keeping a close eye on her steps as the slick, cold stones threaten a nasty fall with a minor misstep. What is going through Janus's mind? His beloved Madame Ava appeared once again, although this meeting seemed like the last.
Janus is a bit pensive. He feels like the mixed feelings of not having Ava's presence there, but knowing that he had already had a final discussion with her before having another one with her feels almost like a good thing rather than something sad, and then has kind of the pangs of his heart being warmed knowing that he has accomplished the missions of his order in laying to rest, or helping to lay to rest, another spirit through fear, and is interested to see what the next steps are going to be. Very motivated and focused to put his sister on the final decision of judgment or choice to put her in a bad spot, but you know, wants to make sure that she can make the choice without any mind altering influence.
And what about Renok? Ava had called him the bearish paladin, which seemed a bit too on point. What does he think about his promise to age the Rage Mother, figure he knows very little about?
Honestly, at this point, I would be more. I am more concerned about what's going to occur as. So again, Renok would be more worried about what kind of immediate danger falls him in front of. Sorry. Renok is worried about any dangers ahead of him. He's actually put those kind of thoughts in the back of his mind after his conversation with Janus and everyone else. It's not something that he's really thinking about. So honestly, Renok at this point would probably be like, just wanted to take a nap.
And last, what about Chamilla? Has her hatred against the Driscolls been fomented deliberately?
Fomented means heightened?
Like kind of stirred, like grown, raised.
I would say no, but her resolution to help Janus has been. Help Janus to her resolution to be like, these people are horrible, they did horrible things to me, they did horrible things to Janus's sister. I feel like I've come to terms with the stuff that's happened to me, but I think for him we need to do this. And maybe she's trying to justify that a little bit, like maybe there is some rage for herself that she wants to do, but she's like justifying by saying, oh, I'm doing this for Janus.
These thoughts and insecurities linger in the backs of everyone's mind. Ava talked of destinies and fates. How much of your history was architected before your arrival in Barovia? Were your histories random, or did someone set off a strand of dominoes bringing you here? What would you do if you found out someone was fiddling with your fate? Would you try to change your path? These questions echo in the passageway, and the bottom of the staircase appears in the dull orange twilight. A chamber opens up in front of you. A long, tall chamber extends past a large entry doorway. Ornate pillars reach from floor to ceiling, lining the way down a central promenade. The craftsmanship here is meticulous. There are channels cut into the floor and columns, allowing the humid air to settle and drain away, causing the chamber to feel less like an abandoned damp cave and slightly more like a palatial throne room. On either side of the chamber are raised walkways, 7 or 8 steps higher than the central walkway. This seems to be set up like a noble court, allowing for discourse and debate between leaders, with the raised areas reserved to keep the elite away from the peasants. The orange crystals are embedded cleanly in the walls in columns, casting long, dark orange shadows across the room. The gems here are now cut with many facets and faces, reflecting light in odd directions. At the end of the hallway, there are a few steps upward onto a raised dais, and a central throne rises up taller than the walkways on the sides. The stairs up to the throne are... On the stairs up to the throne, there are 6 plinths with images floating above them. On one of the plinths, you recognize Admiral Jean Fury on the quarter deck of her ship. Her crew are all hustling around her. She is calm in a storm of activity on her vessel. Her eyes are curious and guarded, looking upwards towards the sky. On another plinth, you recognize Granny Lysaga. She is staring into a crystal ball intently. Her frown is firmly etched on her face, unhappy with whatever she is observing. On another plinth, it's you. Your party here in this chamber, cycling through different angles, capturing all of you. You look for where you might be being observed from, but you cannot detect anything. On the next plinth is a figure you don't recognize, a hulking half-man, half-abomination creature with multiple arms. Is reading a book in a cozy-looking study. The massive muscled arms hold the book as he stirs and sips from a teacup with his human hands. On the next plinth, you see a few more figures all gathered together. Senator Havenlight sitting in a plush office, along with High Priest Ambrose Wachter, Xavier, and Sophia Driscoll. All of them wearing the senator robes that Havenlight wore last time you saw her. The image cycles between all of them, an alliance as well. The next plinth has an image depicting a black void, and every once in a while there's an explosion of light and sparks reminiscent of an anvil striking hot steel, or a hammer striking hot steel, sending sparks and fire skittering across the image. The final plinth is set into the backrest of the throne, causing the highest image to be shown above the throne. An extravagant art piece that shows no sign of use. The final image shows the ghost of Strahd von Zarovich at the head of the rise beneath Ravenloft. None of the images so far responded to your gaze, but for a brief moment, Strahd seems to look at you. But he looks around a bit more, as if perplexed, as if can't quite detect who or what might be watching him. He also returns his gaze upwards at the sky.
The dark one with the anvil smacks. We don't get anything even after a longer period of watching it.
There is a familiarity here. Every once in a while you see eyes in the darkness that are refocusing on a target. What color are the eyes? They are a deep purple that flicker in the darkness. Some kind of draconic ancient being.
Well, for the sake of spellcasting, I suggest the rest of you commit to memory what we see here. People and the place.
I was not able to write all of that down as it went a bit fast for me.
Alright, I got it all. It's the Admiral,
Okay, thank you.
Baba Lysaga, our party,
Yeah.
a hulking half-man, half-abomination with many hands, reading a book, sipping tea, Senator Havenlight walked her, and then the Driscolls formed another alliance, and then the sixth one is Black Void, and Strahd's above the throne. We can understand the Black Void would be the entity that we know as the one that the Admiral's following. And then no one is probably the
Hulking
half-man thing.
So these are like apparitions or like holograms or something?
Madame Eva had told you that this chamber revealed who the most powerful factions in Barovia are, and that once you have a majority of them either bending to your will or allied to you, you can perform a ritual of ascension that grants you control over the plane.
They're all on my list. Well, except for those two over there.
What is interesting here is that Renok's Order of the Fur is not here. Not that that's a large shock to us, however, but that might mean that our influences surpassed theirs recently. Would be my guess.
Oh.
Well, I would
Or
say that the
Renok's-
phase, the Rage Mother, would actually be present here as opposed to them.
That's possible
she's
too,
not
but
here
if you
either.
watch this plinth, it's not going to show the Rage Mother or the faction as a part of our group. It's only going to show the people that hold the faction, which means that if people are aligned with us and to support us, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, anything else. Because you can see in this one, and I point to the one with the Driscolls, they've joined another group. So if one of these two groups, or I guess you could say three, depending on Wachthar's alliance, if it's personal or actually aligned with Haven Lights, then one of those parties would have been the primary one already on this plinth, and that now that they've made an alliance, they're now an entity, if that makes sense. So I'll share a couple of ideas, and then we can just go around and talk and see what we want to plan here. So my first idea is obviously to try to understand what exactly this void is, because my theory is obviously that it is the one beyond the veil, as it were, that the admiral is communicating with, and the one that has kind of influenced Maefyre and myself. But it's interesting that the admiral and that entity would be separate on these plinths. And also it means that this person would have to be in the realm, so perhaps this is a different character.
Well, you are also separate from the admiral despite being in the fleet, so perhaps
That's true too.
there are
Yeah.
alliances of convenience rather than...
Right, okay, so then we'll just divulge that then by saying perhaps this entity doesn't care about us in the sense of once they're arriving, then we're no longer a dominant force anymore, but because they're behind the veil, they're not the primary one. And so if this force gets here, then perhaps they're the one that's going to be behind the throne instead of Strahd's portrait. So let's look back here. We have to either subjugate, eliminate, or create an alliance with the others. Yeah.
Is that the conclusion you've come to?
Well, there
That's
has to
what
be a
we were
vote.
told. That's like the basis
That's
for
the
the
premise.
discussion.
That's the premise.
Correct.
No. What happens if we dethrone them all and put someone else in their place that was aligned with, and then had them vote? Then
Cari,
we wouldn't have to support.
You're breaking up a lot.
Sorry. So, let's say there's a certain group of these options that we don't support, that we feel are untrustworthy. We could dethrone that group and put our own group, not us, but choose another group to take their place. Because this plinth stuff down here just has to be a vote for who should be the leader. So we just got to put our own people in.
It doesn't really matter if we dethrone them and replace them, because we still have to dethrone them or subjugate them anyways to get the roll.
Right, but if we don't want to, well, I guess suppose subjugate would be similar, but I mean,
Subjugate just means we're not killing them.
yeah.
That's all that the difference is between subjugate, a la bend to our will, and be able to dominate over them and eliminate them, which is to kill them. It's just nicer words.
I haven't gone into detail. It was just a simple suggestion. Let's continue as you were.
No, I think that's valuable if you're thinking about it in a similar way, just kind of like different language. It's still valuable to understand. I don't know if there's any weak points here that we can kind of target, but I feel like the Black Void is probably the most off the table one for us to really consider influencing. Obviously we can kind of build an alliance ship with that entity because we have a previously established connection, and the Admiral also will be trying to work towards that end, so it might be an easier thing, but it might be a path of least resistance now, bigger problems later type of situation. And the other side of that would be much harder things now and easier things down the trail, as the reverse side would probably be Mr. No One or Baba Lysaga. I don't even know if you can kill her, to be honest. And I don't know if she's a friend we want to keep.
I don't think we've ever had any negative interactions with Lysaga, so...
Well, that's because we did things that she wanted.
Exactly.
Until she asked us to do something that we didn't want, or we're the ones coming in and making the requests.
Nothing she's ever asked seemed malicious against the inhabitants of Barovia.
True, we haven't seen it. However, we did see where she lives. In a forest full of spirits grasping at our feet.
Ava never trusted her.
She's not done anything negative towards us.
She's also not done anything right.
But she hasn't done anything negative towards us except giving me a cursed ring. But I don't think she's trustworthy, and I think we are playing with fire if we align ourselves with her.
As everyone's saying that, I would like to approach the image of Baba Lysaga, giving an intense stare at her to see if there is any indication on her part that she knows or senses us.
Give me a perception check.
That's true, because Strahd kind of showed that he perceives stuff.
But I'm different. That's why I'm doing it. Got 6.
You approach the plinth for Lysaga and, kind of give a wave, trying to check if she can see anything. You get close enough to see that there is a large... in her scrying orb, she's looking at a large crack that's forming someplace. She does not respond to you. She seems distracted, though.
Do I recognize what she's looking at?
Looks kind of like the... Maybe you see the moon?
Is it full?
No, it's a crescent moon.
I would know. We would know it's nighttime now, right? Well, what's the time of day?
It's twilight, as per usual.
I can see the moon, so I can see the sky. Is the moon out during twilight, or is the moon out during night? In her vision, in her image.
She seems to just be looking at the present sky, so the moon is just low on the horizon.
Okay.
And continuing on with the discussion, I do think that probably the most compromising position for us to be in is to divide and conquer the senator section. Whether that means that we systematically try to find and eliminate certain pieces of that puzzle, or make an alliance where we don't normally make one in order to usurp it, like a mutiny, and take it more politically, and then try to divide it that way is up to us. But we've already drawn swords against them once, and we know how apathetic another group is. So I know Maefyre also has a vested interest in getting rid of the Haven Light and Walker folks.
Yeah, I want to. It's the senator that I had an interaction with is a part of it,
All right.
and then also the high. I believe it's the high post. Is it high post? The
But because
bishop.
of their ties with undeath, I fear that a simple elimination dispatch mission may not go the way we are thinking it's going to go.
You're probably right about that.
It's just a hunch,
I don't
but
think it's
you
a-
know, that
I don't
one
think
dude
that
is
would be the
walking
best
bones and
idea.
skeletons, so who knows?
I don't know what his deal is.
Right.
It's unclear.
Walker also
But
has
I do
that thing
know
with the wax people that we had a hunch about a long time ago. And the wine.
That we're coming from the same place, right?
Right. So a big question is, this is out of game, Chef, for the plinths and stuff. Do we need a majority vote, or we just need to have like two, like ourselves and another one taken care of? How does that work again?
You need the majority of the 7 to support your claim to the throne.
Is there an
So the image behind the throne of
indication-
being Strahd counts as another?
Strahd counts as another.
Okay, that is something that was a little strange. Okay, I'll put that on there.
Is there
You
a
can guess that you won't be able to get Strahd's approval.
So he is a 7th,
As-
but likely unavailable.
Mesh, as you approach the plinth for Admiral Jean Fury, you feel a warmth from it, a comforting affirmation, support. You have the
Okay.
support of one other group.
Interesting.
Okay, if I walk around all the plinths, do I get any negative aura and then a positive aura, that kind of vibe?
You get no reaction from any other plinths,
Okay.
which you could, well, besides your own. Your own is comforting. You support yourselves. Everyone else is cold and hot. and
No, I don't support this.
You, me.
So we basically need to take that. Basically gives us a twofold alliance or subjugation that we have to do. We've got to choose two parties and what to do after that. This is, again, just my opinion. I'm open to discussions. Obviously, you know, Chamilla and I are very dead set on Driscoll's, at least being one of them. And Maefyre.
Speaking of
with,
Driscolls,
the
I
others two.
do have a lead on that. If Chamilla, are you comfortable sharing what we found?
Absolutely. I think you know a little bit more, so I'll leave that.
Okay, so I found these journal entries that told me about a potential way to purify corrupted blood. That, and I start showing these notes. We'll need some rare ingredients, and the full recipe is actually in Krezek's library vaults. So we would need to break in there or somehow get in there to get those, the full recipe of it.
What if we could double up by doing a fell swoop of 2 at once? So, for example, if we need certain things to take down Crescent, or we need to go to Crescent to pick up some materials, and we need to take out the Driscolls the way we want it to, and Mesh and Chamilla found this route. What if we go to Babla Saga first, ask her to pledge her allegiance and give us some assistance, and then maybe we can see what she wants in return. If that's met, then we can get a jump start on taking care of the Driscolls and the Senator, and then by the time we take care of that, Babla Saga will do what she said she's going to do contractually, and then we're out of here. The only drawback to this one means that 2 of the plinths are immediately vacated when we get out of here. If we get out of here. So this is going to be a more permanent arrangement, or someone's going to have to stay. Someone or some people are going to have to stay behind.
Here's a question though. If we eliminate a top contender, doesn't that bring like the 8th contender up to one of the top places?
In theory it would, but we just got to make sure that we've got an easy road to go find out back here who that is, and then see if we can just be amicable. Because, you know, the difference between the others and us is that even if others get the leverage of everyone in the realm, they don't know the ritual exists. Only we
Grim
do.
would pull out his spyglass at this point and be like, there was a note that told me that this could point at the candidates if I fiddle with it. He starts clicking it around, is like, that should do it. We may not know precisely who they are, but we can tell at the very least if it changes, if it's showing those same type of motes over the different candidates. If a mote disappears, we broke the alliance. It might go someplace else, and then we kind of have to guess who might be there.
Mesh, do you remember what the Admiral's goal is for now?
I think their main goal was to get the crew back to out of Barovia. Am I wrong, Chef? Above table?
No, that's very correct.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the Void is still very skeptical towards us.
I know.
Well, perhaps the flow of power goes the other way. You support it.
Oh, that's true too. But does it go that way towards the Admiral as well? Do you think that if it's something is mutual, it goes the same thing?
Can go both ways.
Okay. So that means that the possibility of that creature having 3 out of 4 already is also quite dangerous. Because if any one of these entities is happy with, you know, I forgot the name of the character because I've been so careful to not use names.
Azrael.
Azrael, thank you.
Chef, the recipe that was partially on this journal entry, it says that we need some ingredients from the Slavic woods. Does it actually say which herbs I need to get from the woods, or is that also part of the lost thing in the library? I could copy paste what I have if you want.
You recognize some of them in the descriptions that are in it. You think you could find them, but you have to pull them from the Svalich woods.
Yeah. So we don't need to go library first and then Slavic wood. They can go Slavic wood and then library.
You'd be going to the woods to try to get Lysaga's blessing.
Well, the
Yeah.
other thing is that we have the 3 fates that we need to also deal with, right? So
Hunt down. Yeah.
if we get the 3
Are we
fates,
hunting them down?
what's that?
Are we hunting them down?
No. We need to
As
find
in
them,
find them.
as in find them,
Oh,
not hunt
okay.
them. Yeah,
As a
idiom.
Idiom, yeah.
that's fine.
But if we do that, I'm curious if that's done first, if that gives us the leverage that we need with Lysaga. Or perhaps it might be one and the same, because we don't have all the information yet.
The other thing is, I was under the impression that Lysaga was one of the 3 fates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exactly what
And
I'm talking
if-
about, Mesh, is
If
that
she's a candidate, then she doesn't qualify to be a fate, right?
I mean that we don't know if the fates are included in this in the first place. This goes back to the Rage Mother. Like, is she someone who's one of the 7 pillars, or should be, or is she above all this?
No,
We don't have.
the Rage Mother's candidate was you, right? Isn't that part of your deal?
Yes, but I would actually surmise that she is a separate entity or in itself, because I get to choose whatever I want to choose. Right? And if that's the case, oh, actually, sorry. If it's a case that the Rage Mother is included, then then it would be easy to also surmise that none of the fates are included whatsoever, because all 3 of them are basically connected. They're one. That would mean the Bubble Saga is not one of them at all. Because why would she be considered a candidate and not the Rage Mother? Right?
I'm still very. This is above table. I do not remember the person we met in the swamp. There was the werewolf that was tied up,
there's the guy in the
but
swamp.
then there was
Hermit.
another guy, right?
Just the hermit.
Oh, the Hermit, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
the
have
one
like a
who's asked
shorthand
us
note
to
here. It
feed.
says find the Lady of the Forest Fanes, restore the 3 Fanes.
So my thought was forest was Lysaga, mountains was
Rage Mother.
Rage Mother, and then swamp one was the hermit.
Yeah, but we assumed, like,
This is all assumption, of course.
the Rage Mother is the closest to being confirmed. The other 2 we don't know. Like, the basis is from me saying that I have a big feeling because of reasons, and I'll leave it at that.
So the 3 Fanes are
Mesh, give me a history check.
Forest Fane, Mountain, and Swamp, right?
Mountain and swamp. Yes, those are the 3.
Yes, 3 of the magic colors. So the green, the black, and the
Natural
red.
20.
Nice.
The Fanes would be older than Lysaga.
So the Fanes were here when this plane was created. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that means that
Lysaga was-
they would have leverage over Baba Saga. And you said that our hunch right now is that the Mountain Fane is the Rage Mother, or the
Rage
or
Mother.
the Forest one is the mage.
Yeah. Mountain Fane is Rage
I would
Mother.
add to that, Mesh. Lysaga's older than the Fanes, and with Strahd at the top position, at some point Strahd must have ascended. Which might, given that Lysaga's here and Strahd is here, that means at least one strong support is there. But if he had subjugated the Fanes in some way, perhaps those were the 3 other people that supported his claim.
So the fact that Lysaga is here and Strahd is here, that means Lysaga supported Strahd's claim to the throne, and then the other 3 Fanes also supported him in one way or another through leverage or whatnot.
Or were killed.
Yeah.
In the lapse of power, Strahd
Fanes.
and his captains and admirals took control. You remember stories of Strahd coming to this land as a conqueror, killing all of the strongest, all of the large factions. So
the interesting thing is,
possible
how is
to
Strahd
then-
able to be a faction whilst being dead?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is if Strahd killed the Fanes, then they wouldn't be a faction.
The Fanes aren't a faction anymore. That means someone else eliminated them.
And and also we know that there are new Fanes that are that we need to
Reincarnations.
find, reincarnations that we need to find, right? So that is the main crux of this, is that we need to find the reincarnation.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm a bit confused.
let's take this as a quick note.
Ava clarified that you need to find the reincarnations and bring them to the Fanes, to the temples, to reconsecrate them, which will activate their powers once more.
I'm assuming the Swamp Temple is where the wolf
The wolf
dude
is. Yeah, I was thinking that. Quick question. The Fanes were killed. Where was that said?
It wasn't
I think we were
said, but
assuming.
if they are powerful figures and Strahd needed a majority to take the throne, killing them would have made that very easy to ascend. There's also a question of why Strahd is still at the top, even as a ghost.
You
You
do
might
you think
just
that
think
no one consumed?
Cari, let him finish.
Sorry.
you think that perhaps you cannot be removed from the throne by weakening, or perhaps Strahd is just that strong that even in a disembodied state, he is the strongest here.
Okay, Cari, your
I think
question.
it's just because
Well, I was just saying that maybe he still exists because he was partially merged into no one. That would
Yeah,
also
no
explain
one's
why
the
he
big
can't
question
leave the
mark as to what's
castle.
going on exactly. Yeah.
Almost like everything is just in a weird state of pause because there is no one on the throne, but there is someone on the throne, and we're just kind of stuck here.
That also
Right?
leads
Is
me to
that
believe that it
accurate?
could be very detrimental if we were to actually eliminate no one, because there's so many unknowns as to what would happen as a result. Like we might just be reinstating Strahd and then we're fucked.
Yeah, killing no one might allow Strahd to what's the word? Recreate,
Be just as dangerous as
assemble him.
letting the door open for Azrael. You know.
Also, just thinking about it out loud, if we're looking for reincarnated versions of the phase, and Babla Saga came after the phase, is there a possibility that she is in fact one of the resurrected versions of
We don't know.
the phase?
That's the answer.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So,
just trying to keep up here.
Who was the forest and swamp candidates that you said, Renok?
I didn't. The only one that I specified is that the Rage Mother is more than likely the one of the mountain. I didn't say anything about the other two. We spoke about that.
I assumed Babala Saga was the forest because Slavic woods. And swamp was maybe the hermit. That's the only entity I remember in the swamp.
And we're basing it off because those are the only people we met in those locations, because it's the locations that were mentioned in the text, in the Fae book.
Didn't we get some text about the new candidates? Because I remember we were talking about the painting lady who saw the future and the past.
What?
Yeah, I think Chef wrote it down in general. It's just gotten buried.
I would love to find her again.
Let me grab it in general. It's somewhere in here.
If I just find paint, would that be enough?
No, it won't be in there.
I suppose not.
Lady paint.
Yeah, we'll worth a try. Okay, get rid of this.
No, it looks like we actually didn't get it written down in general.
Was that in Ava's talk?
It might have.
I think it was probably someone who could lead us. It might have been someone who could lead us to the fates.
It could also have been something you said you would do later and we just didn't get to it.
Hmm.
Okay, there's the loot. I'm going back again once more.
I found it. Yeah, it was the speech by Ava. Mm.
Is it before the loot table?
Let me add it to D&D channel. Okay. Forwarded
That
it.
was in the vault.
Forwarded it into the chat.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Reincarnated Lady of the Forest. Future seeing Fane. Bring her to the Fane of the Forest. The Ascension ritual cannot begin unless this happens, basically. Okay. This only gives us that element. Find the next reincarnation.
So the Forest Fane is the future lady with the paintings.
Could be, I don't know. That was my guess at the time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go through my notes. One thing. No, I'm just gonna say it. One thing that I know is that we have met 2 of the 3 of the Lady of the Fates.
Fanes.
Not Fane, excuse me. Not being the Ragemer. The Ragemer is the 3rd one. So we have met the Forest and the Swamp one.
And the Swamp one is the Hermit, if we are correct. Is that what you're saying, Goldy?
Well, all the information I have is that we've met them. It doesn't specify location. And
how do you know that?
Basing it off. Can't reveal that.
Well, if you say it in character, Janus is going to ask you.
Help me out, please. I don't know how to save it.
This is just what Renok thinks. These are Renok's big ideas.
So we know that one of them has to have sight beyond sight and see ability to see all realities that may come to pass, right? The only
That description very closely matches Vasha the painter.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that has to be Vasha. We've seen one at least. we don't have a description. We don't have description of another one in any of these notes. What I can see.
The other
So-
one's probably the lady that. Oh,
Well, that's
sorry.
okay. So let me back up on
That
that, Mesh,
sold us,
because
like, the
I
rat
know
problem.
Chef told us something about the mountain and the swamp, about the three fanes. It's in the books section. It's further back when you were reading the book that Goldy has.
Right. So it's one of the Goldy books.
Mm-hmm. What's the name?
Origins of Lycanthropy.
That would be the one.
Is it-
I read all of these. Yeah, here we go.
So we know the forest fane is
there
Vasha.
it is.
What about the one
Rob.
that sold us the cursed items?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like the wandering people we've met, they are the more likely ones now
Mhm.
that I think about it.
What about the rat?
Janus, yeah, I can actually answer your quick question now. Renok would actually say that the
Yeah, there you go. I
information
forwarded the books, by the way, just briefly before you continue, Goldy. They're there.
the information that I told you, I've been hearing whispers in the night. In the back of my conscience, it's the Rage Mother. She keeps giving me piecemeal information. I believe her. I don't think she's trying to sway me in any particular direction. She's just giving me guidance.
Okay. Well, let's read about what the mountains say about her for a second in this book. Give me that book. And then
Okay.
he's like, let's see. Here we go. The eldest Fane sits atop the highest peak in Barovia, giving a watchful eye over all. The eldest of the ladies who resides in the mountain Fane is blind. The plight, I'm guessing it means and the plight of the individual, and cares only for the overall health of the land. Starvation is a symptom of failure to thrive. Her brutal and pragmatic views shape the survival of the fittest mindset of the lands.
Be the rat lady.
The forest Fane is deep in the Svalch woods, impossible to find by normal trails. The lady of the forest found you. The forest Fane was renowned for coming to those desperate for answers, doused in despair. The followers of the lady of the forest were gifted with foresight and often received glimpses of the future. The people of the lands grew wary, yet respectful of those predilection for predictions. The last Fane is buried in the Ivilous swamps. The lady of the swamps walks the lands unchained from her temple. A la the chained, it's not the hermit, it's the dude that's chained in the hermit's swamp.
Even though he's chained and not unchained?
Because he needs to be unchained.
Maybe, I guess, yeah. Can you go back though? The
Okay,
one with
unchained.
foresight?
Hang on, I
Because
gotta
it
finish
said
reading
her-
this just because
Yeah.
Stream has not read this, so, and then I'll go back. The last Fane of the Ivilous swamps. Ilvis swamps, the lady of the swamps watches change unchained from her temple. She spends the most of her times drifting and floating in the waters of the land. Ooh, that could also be the water person. The lady
The-
is also
the
known for
child.
playing tricks and practical jokes, which is the child.
Kid.
Yeah.
Sounds like that kid. It gave us a name, but or a made up name.
And the
Although
tricks is also
practical
the
jokes
fits
could
of the
be
hermit as well.
Practical jokes
Can
could be the
you-
trinket person.
Yeah. Can you go
Kid.
back, Rob,
Which
to
one?
the foresight one?
The
Because
forest.
it said the followers of her are gifted force.
The followers of the Lady of the Forest were gifted with foresight and often received glimpses of the future.
So that means did Chef verify that one lady was the fate, or could she be a follower?
We're looking
of the
for the
fate?
reincarnations. I believe
Right, I know
that
we're looking for the
Let me finish
reincarnations,
speaking.
but wait, I wasn't finished. You interrupted me.
Okay.
What my point was, either she is the reincarnation of that fate, or she's a follower of one. So, if we find her and she's a follower, she could point us in the right direction. If we find her and she is the reincarnation, then we got her.
Who again? What are you talking about?
So, it's possible that Varsha is not the reincarnation of the fate, but rather a follower of the fate. The follower of the reincarnation of the fate. But either way, if we find her and she's a follower, she can point us to the direction of who she's following. And if she's not a follower and she actually is the reincarnation, then we found the right one.
Or we could just bring her to where the forest fane is and see if the ritual works.
Yeah.
Additionally, I
then-
believe that Ava was the follower of her at one point in time, but Ava's
That
gone.
makes sense.
Guys, I've posted the entire extract of the book into general, in case you want to reference it later on.
Didn't I
Maggie,
just do
it's
that?
literally above you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss that entirely?
Even
Wait,
after I
wait,
said
wait,
that I
wait.
posted the entire
I'm
book.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Is it pinned? Is it pinned?
I just
I've
forwarded
Many
it
a
from
pin.
earlier.
I was so
Oh, it's in
busy
the
trying to
pins.
get it in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Is
you
it?
just
Is
reposted
it?
what I
You guys
had
have
forwarded
done a
twice.
good job of reasoning things out, so I'd be happy to tell you Vasha is
For sure.
Cari's dead on. Vasha's either the Lady of the Fane herself or a descendant that can help point you in the right direction.
Yeah. I don't think
Um,
her being is like one or the other is
To
isolation.
unstuck you as well, Aidenril Nadra or the Boy in the Lake are two of the only candidates that you can put together. Might be the Fane, the lady, or the reincarnation of the Lady of the Swamp Fane.
So not
The second one was the
swamp dude.
hermit, right? What
There's
was,
a hermit as well.
what was the name you just said?
Aidenril Nadra or the Boy
He's
in
the
the
wolf
Lake.
dude.
Oh, Aiden is
Yes.
the lake boy's name. Okay.
Is the boy?
No. Well,
No.
Lake Boy. Aiden's the wolf, the chained wolf.
He didn't give us
Yes.
that name.
He didn't give us the name at all because he doesn't remember.
We
He
we
did
made up
give
a
us
name
a
for
name. I
him.
remember-
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it wasn't his real
I
name.
remember
It was
writing
like
it down.
it was like a made up. It's like a made up
Alright.
name.
The Boy in the
was
Lake,
name
you
we
do
made.
not know his name. You
No.
gave him the name Jet.
Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aidenril
Oh.
Nadra is the werewolf chained in the temple in the swamp.
That's who I said. I said it was the chained wolf
Yep.
dude.
Okay.
Correct.
No, not to
Although
get-
I can see how
I'll
chained
leave that
wolf
up
dude
to you
wouldn't
to figure out
actually...
which is which.
not
It sounded obvious to me, but
And are we all in agreement that Goldy is, or sorry, Renok is the candidate of the mountain? Or do we need to search out another candidate?
I think that's all but confirmed at this point. We should just take it.
She's
as a
literally
heavy
talking to you as you
assumption.
sleep.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
What is that role? What is
Okay,
that?
okay. That's
A
just me being me.
cousin.
I like full confirmation. That's what I'm saying. All but confirmed. Like it's basically there.
Well, all we have to do is take you to the temple then.
Although, here's a point. We are only given the instruction to ascend the forest fane. The instructions don't say we need to ascend the other two. So the other two are probably active fanes.
I
Maybe?
disagree. I think that when you follow after these type of rituals, after one is done, then we will get instructions for the next in order to preserve
maybe.
secrecy and power. There's no reason for them to reveal anything other
Mystery.
than the start of it.
No, because I think if the Rage Mother is an active fane and she wasn't killed, then we might not need to activate a new mountain fane. That's my thought process, right?
Well, we have Mr. Renok, who's getting a direct line from the Rage Mother. I'm sure she could love to weigh in on her future investment at any time, if that comes down to it.
Well,
That's-
as the instructions from Ava told you, bring the reincarnation of the Lady of the Fane to the highest point in Barovia and see what happens.
You know,
Bring Renok there.
with the mountain fane, That's the one we're saying Renok might be?
Hmm.
Because it does say that blind to the plight of the individual and cares only for the overall health of the land. That sounds like Baba Saga. She's connected to the land. We verified that.
The check from Mesh pretty much rules out that
That rules out Saga.
Oh, okay.
Lasaga.
Sorry about
She
that.
has
I
been alive
misheard
for
that then.
multiple reincarnations of this Fane at this point, but it still predates her. So she came here and
Okay.
has seen multiple Fanes come and go.
But how does that fit Goldy then? I'm sorry, I wasn't
Because
paying
she's got a
attention.
whisper in his ear at all times, and the tribe of the Rage Mother told him basically the same thing, just in different words.
But Goldy isn't blind to the plight of the individual.
That's because he's not the Fane. He's the reincarnation selection to become that.
Oh, the reincarnation is the Rage Mother, and she has selected him to become.
Ding, ding, ding.
So I thought we had to take the reincarnation to the place. Not the reincarnation
Cari,
selection.
the Rage Mother and the Lady of the Fane of the Mountains is synonymous. So the reincarnation
no, you
is
didn't understand
Renok.
what I just said.
You're not
The
understanding.
Wait,
Renok is the reincarnation.
you just said a couple sentences back that the Rage Mother was the reincarnation and that he was her
No. The
chosen.
Rage Mother is the Mountain Fane.
She's the current one that's alive.
No, she's not alive. She's an archfey that's like the person that needs to bestow these powers. Like we're trying to reconnect the reincarnations
right, but
with
I'm
the individual.
saying she is the current.
Renok would affirm that the Rage Mother is alive in talking to him.
Right. No, I
Okay,
know
then
that.
I'm wrong.
I'm saying she's the current Mountain Fane. That's what you guys are believing, and she's ready to pass on her torch to make Renok the Mountain Fane. That's what you guys are saying.
Or something. We just got to go to the top of the mountain and figure it out. Is my guess.
Has she showed any signs of wanting to help the land?
The book makes it seem like all three of the ladies had complicated relationships with the lands of Barovia. The lands were already very harsh, and all three of them have punishing views of survival and, how to thrive in these lands. They don't help people. They don't show charity. There's a story in there that says only in the deepest, darkest hour at death's door does even one of them think about intervening to help someone. And even in that scenario, it's not a handout. It is I'll give you the chance to fight for your survival.
And you guys are saying that the Rage Mother would fit the concepts of starvation as a symptom of failure to thrive. Her brutal, pragmatic views shape the survival of the fittest mindset of lands. That the Rage Mother would fit that then.
The other thing you might piece together is that story talks about introducing lycanthropy to the land. And now there have also been were-ravens and now were-bears have been brought to the land. So perhaps this Fane's reincarnations, these iterations of the Lady of the Mountain Fane, each time bring different transformation.
Okay.
Something off topic would be we still have the druids that curse the land to deal with also. That's to the east of us? No, west of us.
The west.
Is that where the Sevelich Woods are? Did you kick us to a map?
No, Slavic Woods
did.
would be... Slavic Woods would be where Baba Saga is.
Oh,
Correct.
that's way the fuck over there. Okay. Oh boy, that's a long trek. Okay, so Savage Woods far east. West side is Krezik.
Remember, you have the pirate's ship.
Have we been to Wester Hill yet? Yester Hill yet?
No. No.
No.
And do we know where the tallest mountain is?
Underground, you haven't really looked around.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noted it.
Great, lovely. Hate it. Okay. So let's just get some bullet points down. We have solving the plinth problem, right? Figuring out who to fight there, okay, or what to fuck around with and find out. Second thing is going after one of each of the Fanes as like a mission, whether we try to solve, you know, which one in which order, or do one and then do something else and then do another one, or if we want to do it all at once. Those are all questions, right? And then the last thing on the docket is just to go to places we haven't been yet for more info, a la Yester Hill. So those are like very basic things. Now, of course, we have possible people that we can influence and dispatch or whatever with the plinths we talked about. We also talked about the Fanes. Whether we do anything with the Fanes now or later can affect what we do after or before, right? So in the case of, let's say we entertain chasing down the Forest Fane with Vasha, while we're doing that, the others are potentially able to build in their influence and power. We don't even know how long or how fast the time's ticking in that, right? But it works both ways. So if we go and influence that, then we don't know if the others are making a ploy for other things, or if we would have an easier time with the Fanes at our aid, even if things get more difficult. Or what the Fanes aid even means right now. Who knows? All I know is that where we're at right now, we had a pretty tough time even just getting down here in the first place. And although I feel like we've done a good thing and we were successful, it can't be hurting us too much to be trying to get like some jump start on influence and assistance. Who knows, like if we were to get all three of the Fanes at our back, like would the other people have to just respect us anyways? I don't know. But I don't know what the Driscolls and the High Priest and the Senator are capable of if we are doing something else while they're scheming. That's just what's going through my mind right now. Those are the kind of the task list of things that we can go do. And how they influence one another is the bigger question rather than what we really decide. And of course, Goldy is not here to talk about it.
Why don't we take a break?
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best.
I have to take a break. I wasn't doing very well. I'm back now.
All right, be back in a bit.
Jodie, if you're around, do you want to ask questions about this? I think some of this is going over your head.
It's going over my head. Also, I'm really fatigued. I was starting to fall asleep, so I had to get up and walk around, get myself something to eat, get myself some more Monster. All I know, I did ask Goldy, who gave me a small sum. Well, he just said there's a higher power wanting us to decide who will ultimately be able to govern their will over Barovia. It could be us even. So yeah, it just seems to me like we had to form an alliance with somebody. I don't really know.
Okay, so under this citadel is this throne room that helps us control helps whoever is the highest leading power in Barovia control the land. And the way to gain control is to be the leading faction, so to speak. And to be the leading faction, you need to gain the most votes. That's the easiest way to define it. Most votes from the 7 most powerful factions.
We got getting their support.
So right now there's the thing. There's a plinth that Chef has pasted. So we have all 7 images of who the 7 powerful factions are. And we have just the Admiral's report so far.
So are we trying to be the most? Is that what we're trying to do? We're trying to be the most powerful, or are we trying to align ourselves with someone with another faction that is going to end up being the most powerful then?
That was your ancestors' thing. They were supporting the feathers. What's it called again? The keeper of the feather. Your ancestors were supporting the keeper of the feather to keep maintaining the safety in Barovia. And Strahd's forces came and destroyed the feathers, including your grandfather and including Grimm's parents and stuff. So now, Grimm is the qualified candidate, and we are part of his party, so to speak. That's basically the gist of it.
Right.
And to finish the ritual, we have some vague instructions from multiple sources where we need to get the 3 Fanes that are archfays who were killed and now are reincarnating, or at least one of them was killed and one of them is reincarnating. And we need to give them the ascension ritual so they can become the new Fane. And our only lead is Vasha, is the only guaranteed one, the painter who could see the future and stuff. Past and the future. This is, I'm gonna paste this as like a summary of the Fanes. I need to
Okay, so is the swamp thing just, is it that there's suspicion could be either of those 2 people?
Format a little bit better. That better? Yeah, that's better.
Mountain Fang, we've got no idea who that is, whatnot.
That could either be Rage Mother or the Rage Mother's next candidate, maybe Renok.
Yeah, we're thinking Renok. Or the Rage Mother.
And why do we do this thing with the Fanes again?
The ritual needs the ritual to us. What did it say? Ritual of ascension to gain control of the plane requires all 3 fanes to be restored and active. Because they did, the original fanes designed this ritual, so at least 3 of them need to be active. That is in the thing I forwarded just above what Rob forwarded. Yeah, I did that. Thank you. No, Jeff gave us that it was the boy or Aiden.
Okay. Sorry. Wait, so it looks like Rob was the same as me. The hermit is who I was referring to, but you're saying the hermit isn't an option?
Hermit is
Check.
not an option. He was just messing with you. Trying to get you, selling you swamp
just
water.
seems- That, like, yeah. Well, it also, like, Aiden doesn't make sense because he's not unchained. But okay.
Yeah, I thought the trickster would also be the person who sold us the crappy magic items. So that was
Yeah.
Trixie.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And on top of all that, it's 11:30. Brain not braining.
So Goldy, the other
Fucking
thing I
up,
mentioned
Definitely the entire time.
was that
Hi.
we can keep talking about the Fanes and what we want to do with the Fanes, and even in what order we're going to try starting, but we don't know what's going to be happening on the other end of the camp of what's going on behind these plinths while we're doing that. There's going to have to be an active choice on our parts to not engage with them while we're doing this. And Janus mentioned it could be that would help us get further leverage against them, so it works in our favor. Like, they're doing something, but we're also doing something that will help us, you know what I mean? Potentially. So that's one option. The other option would be perhaps, especially if we're going to have to deal with Baba Saga in some way, shape, or form, that you know, doing some of these things with the Fanes could be helpful in giving us further leverage because we have more power. If we're going to go on more of an influential route rather than a route of attacking, I guess it would be more of like a political route, if you will.
I mean, we all have different ideas of what we want to do with each of the 7 candidates. I don't know how much we can keep to diplomacy.
Well, I mean, that's fair, but they also have their own ideas. And we have, like, very little information of what we could do there. At least right now.
I wanted to quickly just throw out my 2 cents about the comment about the forest. Was it the forest Fane being unchained?
No, swamp.
Swamp.
Sorry,
It's
swamp.
gotta be the little boy.
I was gonna say, and forgive me if this has been said while I was away. I interpreted that as her being unchanged is speaking that she could be anywhere in Barovia. and that the other two are singly located in their designated locations.
Who do you know who has been
Yeah.
everywhere?
But everywhere
The
in
boy.
the water. There's only two things that have been everywhere in the water, and that's
The
the
boy.
Kid.
Black Shadow
Jet.
and boy.
Black Shadow? Oh, the Black
Oh,
Shadow.
yeah, and we know it's not. We know it's not
Boy.
that.
I saw what you
Boy.
did there. Boy.
Which is interesting because it's a coin
Huh.
flip if he'll help us, but it seems like it. In times that he wouldn't help us, it's more just that he's making merriment and having fun, and it doesn't seem like he's intentionally trying to harm us. He just is trying to make himself have fun,
It was all
which
played
ends up
for.
harming us.
Well,
Or maybe he likes you because you're also a potential candidate.
well, I was gonna say, if I am truly the candidate of the mountain, what reason
Mountain
would the
man.
kid have to do anything to me?
Be friends.
Well, no, I mean in a negative perspective,
Oh.
just like would the kid want to harm me in any which way if I'm a
Yeah.
candidate?
I
for
don't
one of
think
those
he
positions?
understands what he is or what the
Yeah.
ascension is or any of that.
Oh, like a
I don't think he knows.
cocoon phase before
He's
he
very
becomes what
naive.
he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, that could change the second that they get awakened. We don't know.
Very deep within
Does that just mean
That
we
would
just need to
might
go? Keep going.
lie, we find his place of burial.
I think we just need the swamp temple and follow him there somehow.
Hey boy, come and play.
Never wants to come on land. Always the water.
Yeah, I don't think he can.
What was it? Remember the vampires who were underwater?
Oh yeah, they were
Did we see
feral.
Yeah, the feral vampires.
They won't
The
Under
only thing
water.
we saw there was the shadow creature.
Did they not dive under the water mesh
Mm.
to
They did.
like a hideout? Or am I misremembering that?
They
It was
went
one of our
did
first
underground
fights.
into like a cave
Yeah.
area type thing.
We
but
went
not-
into their cave and like did away with their.
In the swamp,
They were the ones that
Yeah.
poisoned me.
It was a swamp cave,
a cave that's could have
and
been
then
there for
we
a long
saw the
time.
shadow there.
A cave that could be, in fact, the temple.
Yeah, well, they're not their temple, but
No, well, not there.
if we
no,
hopped in the
but
if we hopped in the
okay.
pool there and swam down, we might find the boy's body. But I think the actual temple might. We should check that one first and then
Okay,
go
before-
to the.
Carrie, before we start making plans, let's get back to base and figure out what we want to do next.
yeah,
like- What of these tasks do we want to try to tackle?
Do we want to do the closest thing first? Or
We don't know what that is.
Wait, if
have we left?
Grimm's thing has a light that points to where we're looking, wouldn't it just point to Renok?
That's a very good question.
Like
No.
we could just
Is it-
verify it like from going from
No, no, no.
99.9
No,
to
his thing has to
100
do with the
just
plinths,
now.
Carrie, not the feigns.
This is pointing to the 7 candidates,
Ow.
not the 3 faints.
To be fair, we are all the 7 candidates as one.
That would point to
All of us.
Grim. That would point to Grim because he's the primary candidate between us.
Just throwing out more chaos. 7 of us have 7 plimps.
Ooh, each one of us.
Just a thought. And what will happen inevitably? Like, okay, you've killed everyone else. Now you guys
Sorry, who's
have
the
to
7th?
deal with it.
There's 7 plinths and there's 7 of us.
Is there 7 of us, or
Wait,
is that
no,
bad
there's 6
math?
of us. Unless
I'm
you're
sorry,
Unless you
considering
rule
our,
out.
our dungeon master. But we could all split up and then put a friend of ours on number 7.
Number 7 would be Strahd in that case.
No. So number 7 could be our friend Jake
thingy.
or whoever he was over there.
Yeah, okay.
So imagine the entire adventure. We're just running around and Jake's just been there. Like, the 7 of us. Like, I really want to go home to my wife, guys. I just. By the way, we're on the world map. We're just looking, right? Have we left the area? Left the Citadel?
No, we're still down
Still
there. In the
there.
It's the
basement.
safest place for us to talk without seeing eyes. So we're gonna stay right here.
Okay. What is the intent for no one? Like, are we just gonna avoid it at all costs at this point?
This is just gonna be a lighthearted sidebar really quickly before we come back.
Okay.
While we're thinking, Camilla's pacing back and forth, walking up to the ceiling, pacing back and forth, walking down the wall, pacing all around the room. Okay, back to no one.
Feel anything while we were down there, Chef? Wasn't drawn to anything. I didn't hear anything.
No.
I
don't
think
know for Grim, but we can read it when he's back.
Do your chosen one feelers feel anything?
I'm gonna zoom out, like. Oof.
I personally think that we should at least try to do something with the Fanes. Maybe not all of them, but try one of them first. That's just my prerogative, but I really don't have any fuss of which one we try first, because I don't really know where to go for each of them per se, outside of maybe going to try to fight Jed again, or go to the mountain for you, Renok, or try to figure out where to go be sad in a forest to try to draw out Varsha again. Varsha.
I would want to go to the mountains, partly because it's one place we haven't been to yet, and partly because
True.
Renok is still undecided about whether or not what he wants to do in his pursuit of glory, bro. So to do the right thing, so meeting the Rage Mother would clear things up for him a little bit. if I even meet the Rage Mother or some kind of like version of her.
Is
Still no, my mom said it's just a
does what's his face's telescope let us see where the tallest mountain is?
It would have a marker, you think?
Okay. Is anyone in a disagreement with this start?
No.
for the mountain. Neat.
the closest
Do you
thing would
think-
also be the druids just west of us, if you want to quickly dip that in the bud. But yeah, mountains is also kind of close. If it's like the south.
Yeah, the druids is just a question mark as to what that
Okay.
is, Mesh. We don't have anything for that. There's no real motivation for us
Yeah.
to go mess with them.
Cari, what were you gonna say?
What was the original?
As Camilla, I was going to ask if we
Sorry,
would
Mash.
be closer to the sun if we went up the mountain.
It might be cloudy. Your mama might be covered. Sorry, the sun mom might be covered, so you might be in a better position.
Very
won't
true.
know- we won't know until we get there. Sorry, Mesh, I interrupted you.
What was the original reason we wanted to go to the druids? They're the one who cursed and what's his name again? Antonov and Antonio? What?
Antonio Bettendale.
Toothless boy?
The farm guy, the guy who lost the farm.
Antos?
Antos, that's it. So they're the ones who cursed Antos, right? And
They cursed his land.
curse his land. And they did it because they got paid by the guy who's making the fake blood.
Toothless.
Yes.
Yes,
So, Mesh, if we want to go mess with the druids in any sense of the term, we need to have a reason to go over there. And we currently do
I'm
not.
just trying to recall everything.
Right. So
Yeah.
if we overlap with something that we need to meet up
I
with,
think-
what are they called? The high priest. If there's something specifically with the high priest, or maybe like the materials, like maybe Camilla's talking about the sun or whatever, then we can go see the druids. But until we know that they have something that we need. I don't think there's any reason to go over to them.
I think the only thing we were gonna get is an exchange. Like, I think if we went and found and killed, or found the evil druids, and then returned to either either Toothless or the farm boy, that we would get a reward of some kind. But I don't think it was very important.
Do you just refuse to learn names there, Camilla, or?
Yes. Well, I don't refuse. It just doesn't remain in my brain. I like to tell stories. I don't like to tell truth. So if you write down a story that you've encountered and fudge it a little bit, is more entertaining than writing down so-and-so
No, this
did
isn't
what
story
and what.
time.
Well, I mean,
freezing our
the only
asses
reason
off
I
in a
would
place
have to
that I
remember
don't. No one wants
people's
to be
names.
in.
Did anyone bring up Yesterhill?
Yes.
Now, that sounds like something I would.
We can't. We don't have any reason to go there yet because it's not
Yeah,
mentioned in any of the stuff that we need to do.
Yeah, I'm just asking because I've seen it. It looks like Stonehenge, and I'm curious. That's all. I'll leave it alone. My people are there. The English.
No, your people are in the mountains, and it's just one lady that's angry.
My people are English.
That was so delayed, Cari.
I don't know why they got me.
All right. So, shall we exit and see where one of the mountains is, vicinity-wise? Is that what we want to do?
One question before we actually leave this place: are we doing anything about Chalcedony? Because
I have.
We don't have any reason to mess with Chalcedony because we don't know who they are.
Okay.
I have
Then
the
that's fine,
orb,
then.
but I don't think any of us know what it is or know its worth or everything. I even tried to sell it at one point, but it's not worth anything. So I just think it's just a child's trinket. That's what it seems like.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
We vaguely know who Chalcedony is, right, from Van's stories and
assumptions.
You can give it to Van as a
I
birthday
think,
gift.
I think we have a lead on it. We could probably.
I don't know that we would assume that is who is in the orb though.
We know what
But
the center.
we we know that there was a node above this building as part of the group Van was in. That's what we know, right? So we know somebody in Van's group was supposed to be here. That's the clue
we
I'm
can
working
put two
with.
and two together, I think, and know that this is.
But I suppose we'll
Something
leave
to
that
do
for
with
this.
I just don't know how we would jump to that. But that's what
Because there's a ball with a satyr in the location where the satyr was supposed to be.
It's the only satyr that we met after two party members have specified satyr, both in
I don't know why we're hyper-fixating on this again.
Sorry,
It's literally like every week we talk about Chalcedony for some reason that's like we don't even know in character.
I don't see a problem with this. Like, she just wants to know why it's important. How it
Cari,
to me
all the
seems
stuff we know
obvious
about
that we've
Chalcedony's
heard about...
like orb is above the board right now.
No. That's what I'm trying to explain to you is we know that there's a satyr. We know that a satyr is associated with Van Valar because he told us, and it was supposed to be in this location. Then we stumbled across an orb with a satyr in it.
We can actually handle that in character with Van Valar and the orb once we have a Grim here.
Yeah.
So maybe we just say that's a future discussion. Yeah. Be like, hey, Grim or hey, Van, is this Cal?
Maybe
but basically that is the information that our characters have. It's not an above board thing.
I think even if it vaguely occurred to us, it's so unimportant to us that I don't know if we would. It's not like a ongoing it's not really an ongoing concern. It's just something we incidentally know.
Curious.
I was just answering the question of how we knew.
But I have this orb that seems to be like a child's toy anyway, and that's about it. There's not We don't have
With
any
a convenient
course of
satyr
action.
inside it that was in the location that the satyr was supposed to be.
All right, we can move on. All right, so mountains, guys.
Is
Also
heading
what?
outside.
So are you saying we're going to the mountains?
No, I'm asking. Is
We're gonna
that
go
our
use the
destination?
telescope to see where it is.
But are we going
apparently we have
somewhere
to be outside
particular,
for
or are
that.
we just wandering?
We are
Just
literally
wandering around.
scoping it out.
Well, like, we can head in that direction, and then as we're heading in that direction, we can look to see where the top is.
You can see where it is, and then see where the
Are we trying to
possibility of
find
the
the
forest one is, or
tallest
whatever. We can
mountain?
go from one to the next.
We're
Oh,
looking
the
for
tallest mountain. Okay.
the throat of the
Tippy-tippy-tap.
world.
How are we going to get up there?
Climb.
The
With our legs.
old-fashioned way.
Right, but do we have climbing equipment? Do we have to go and get climbing
We can fly.
stuff we need?
Some of us can
Is off
fly.
for the. Would
I
that,
think
yeah.
we can start on the direction and head on up the passes that are already created. And then if we get to a point where we need to climb, hopefully there will be a pit stop that sells climbing equipment.
I mean,
Surely
it's a
that's
it's a
fair
mountain.
point,
It's a well, yeah. I'm
If
saying
we
it's a
head in that
mountain, the
direction,
highest
people
peak.
will sell us the stuff we need.
It'll happen. It'll work. Come on.
Yeah,
Where's your sense of
I'm just
adventure?
saying. I'm just saying. Let's prepare. Like, do we have stuff to climb? It's a mountain. It's not just a hill, right? It's an actual
No, we're not.
mountain.
But mountains have, like, roads in them. So we'll climb up there, we'll get to a city, we'll buy equipment in the location where they would have it, and then we'll go from there.
We'll be fine. Sense of adventure, go. Anyway, shall we, guys? Rob?
You as a party head back to the surface, and you remember Jacob and his wife were going to meet you out front. And they're not there, but you see them just a little bit further, kind of on the cliffs overlooking the valley. You think that it should be midday, but the sky is dark. There are white, shining cracks running across the sky, as if the sky itself has been shattered. You move through the forest to the cliffs to get a better view, and from the cliffs you can track the cracks towards a central point. As you focus on that point, a new crack splinters outward from that point as if something is hammering on it. The forests are unusually silent. All eyes are turned towards the broken sky. There is a dull thudding and booming that reverberates through the trees. It may not be common knowledge in the times and lands of Barovia, but light moves faster than sound. So what happens next, you see in total silence. Azrael stares at the barrier before him, battered and breaking before his might. He pauses, gathering his strength. A deep guttural growl rumbles from his lungs. The monstrosity from beyond propels himself into the barrier once more, his claws ripping through the magical barricades like a blade through spider webs. He cuts forward, being slowed and dragged back by the magical bindings. He drags himself through what feels like a tunnel of glass shards towards the most furious magic resisting him. He reaches the apex of the defenses and drives a claw into the heart of the magic. With his claw on the beating heart of the magic wards, he drives his talon forward, chanting ancient rites that disintegrate the wards around him, and the magic shatters. Azrael's energy is depleted, and he begins to fall, surrounded by glinting and shimmering shards of the broken barricades. All across the sky, a terror in reality forms, a sliver of void peeking into reality. At the center, Azrael falls through the rip he has made. A new salvo of magic bombards him from multiple angles, and he roars loud enough to be heard across space and time. I might be early, so just wait a second.
Okay. Oh, for the music?
The angry scream of the beast has such force, the base of it thuds into your chest and your ears ring. Azrael is battered, and the fury in his eyes dies out, depleted. His body falls through the skies of Barovia and drops in the Serra pool outside of the pirates' encampment. The silence returns, and a moment later, a confused bird calls out, breaking the silence. The sounds of the forest and running water rush back, seemingly unleashed by the lone bird call. Jacob and his wife are confused, scared. They look to you. What was that?
That is a
You
good
saw that,
question.
right? Something just broke in.
Do we see the captain's ship anywhere with the telescope?
The telescope. Yeah, if you look through the telescope, you can see the captain's crew are now setting sail and heading out into the water, trying to reach where this thing crashed into the water, where Azrael landed in the water.
So the void is like pouring in now.
The sky has a black crack, a seam running all along it, all across the valley of Barovia. Nothing's flooding into it, so to speak, but there is it's exposed to the void now.
I don't think that's good.
Well, he is weakened
looks like
now,
we-
for what it's worth.
This is probably. Should we go? I don't know.
Well, our ride over there is currently trying to retrieve it, so you tell me.
We should go. The more we know, the better.
Well, before we try
You also-
anything, where's that mountain?
You do just look around, and directly south of you, towering over the valley, is one peak above all others. Mount Gakis towers to the south of you.
And then quickly pan over towards the swamp. Do we get any ping near the swamp, or is it coming from a different body of water where Jet might be?
There are 3 pings at the Serra pool right now. One at Ravenloft, one in Crescent, one atop Mount Gaki. Or, no, hold on. Ravenloft, 3 at Serra pool, you, Crescent, and, 2 at Ravenloft.
Guys, we just got the next cutscene in the story.
Yeah, pretty much. Act 2 begin now.
So that pretty
Don't
much
press
all
it, don't skip.
confirms that the Jet is our swamp individual. How do we contact? How do we contact the admiral again?
I think you have sending stones.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time? I'll hold up the stone. Well, let's at least walk away from the citadel towards some water.
Yeah, we could go towards the.
Is this area
Luna
big
Lake
enough for her
again.
to come pick us up? Or do we have to walk back to the Luna Lake?
You have to go to a lake.
Okay, well, let's walk to the Luna Lake. We'll walk and talk.
And we need to tell our buddy here if he wants to come with us or find his own way.
I'm just gonna leave it a to-do. We'll figure Jacob and his wife will do something in a second here, but better to have Grim for it, so we'll revisit that later.
Okay, we'll head over there. I'm gonna grab the sending stone and say, Admiral, this is one of your captains speaking. What the hell is going on?
Azrael's here. He has been weakened, but he is here. He is now sunk to the bottom of the pool. We don't have a good way to reach him.
You still have the powers in the ship? Are you weakened?
The ship can travel, but just can't. It's not. We travel in a bubble from pool to pool, but not to a particular location. I don't know if we can use the ship to just go to the bottom and see where Azrael is. That's not how it works.
We'll be ready in about within the hour, but we will need a pickup if possible. When you get a minute.
At Luna Lake, or maybe?
Yeah,
Lake
we'll be at
Evan?
Luna Lake for pickup. I'll get back to you as to where we're gonna go next.
Okay.
Let me just confirm that before I send you over here. Rest of y'all, are we going to the mountain, or are we gonna go to the Azrael situation? What do you want to do?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in shock, so I'm not saying anything.
I'll pull out my dagger and wave it in front of your face. Hey, focus, idiot. Do you want to go to the mountain or not?
I do.
Fishing or climbing? Make your choice.
Climbing.
Mesh.
Both your side, just do the mountain thing.
Chamilla, any? You said you're happy to climb, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Maefyre,
have to
are
climb.
you opposed to the mountain? Because that's majority, even if you and I don't want to do it. Maefyre? Still muted?
Jodie?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was talking, I didn't know I was muted. Sorry, I am not opposed.
Great. Grim's not opposed either. He just told me. Let's go to the mountain. I will let the boss lady know that she will. I'll ask for a status report in an hour instead.
I will give like a pat on the back to Renok and be like, don't worry, I see that you're a little bit frazzled, but there's strength in numbers and we're with you.
All right. I'm gonna pull up in the thing and say I'll let her know.
Chef, are we by the Luna Lake right now, or are we still by the Citadel?
You're still by the Citadel.
Okay.
Hey,
And I
Captain.
think that's about where we will need to call it.
Yeah. I'll send the message to
next
the Admiral
session.
and then finish there.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, actually, before I forget, can I ask one quick question, Chef? Renok would be scanning around at the pools of water, looking for Jet. Do I see him anywhere?
The markers in Grimm's spyglass indicates he's over by the Serre pool.
Okay. Just want to confirm that. Okay, cool. That's all.
Hey, Admiral. Sorry, we're a bit
now.
confused as to what's going on. We'll leave that Serre pool in your hands for now. You guys can figure out a solution. We'll try to get there when we can. There's something real close to where we're at right now that we need to go do, and then we'll try to get back with you.
Affirmative. Standing by. We'll be trying to see what we can do about bringing this thing back to the surface.
If there's anything that you need from us as to assistance, or you want to hurry us along to get over there, just give me a message. We'll see if we can pop over there soon, or at least you can come pick us up. We're gonna be still near Luna Lake, at least for your information.
Do you know who was trying to keep him out? It looked like he was attacked as soon as he got in.
He was attacked. From the inside or from the outside?
Looked like he broke through barriers to get some magical barriers to get in, and then as soon as he got through, tons of traps, looks like wards exploded or went off and further hindered him.
I don't know. I mean, I've probably got a bunch of hunches, as you do probably as well, but nothing concrete.
Okay. Enemies abound. Watch yourselves.
Will do. If you get a second ship that travels through the lakes, I'm sure it'll save us all some time. So if you want to take a backseat on that and send another captain over to pick us up, that might be helpful in the future. For yourself up.
It's no trouble. You only have one vessel with a crane big enough to haul that thing up, so.
All right. Good luck. All right, I pocket the rock with a face on it.
All right.
And say, who's got some climbing equipment?
So next session we will be heading south past Luna Lake up to Mount Gakis, trying to find the Rage Mother.
Renok backstory.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Future story.
Mike, well.
Your destination. Your destiny.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Are you ready for the power?
A shorter session
so
today.
right.
I am wiped out though, man.
Rob said while we were on break, he's like, yeah, we're gonna go up to the top of the mountain for Renok. And I was like, and throw him off.
Yeah,
from the highest
I
point.
was like, yes, Cari, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go to the top of the mountain and be like, just kidding.
So you're the sacrifice.
Battle to finish, dummy.
From the highest peaks of Barovia.
For glory!
No fly!
I for some reason I start burning up even though I'm not clearly that high up.
I just got hit with an ad break, so I gotta wait for this to conclude. So we gotta just fizzle up for another 4 minutes.
Gosh, golly.
Thanks for the session there, Chef.
Ugh.
Thank you. It was good.
Probably good to cut it short without Grim here.
Even though I wasn't able to take it all in. But...
To be fair, there's a lot of information that was given, something that we can digest.
I'm
Yeah, I got a full
trying
page
to
of notes.
summarize everything. Give me a moment.
I'll be honest with you, like Jodie, like I didn't get all of it, but if you have questions, like you can always ask us. Yeah, you know, piece it together.
Yeah.
Piece it together.
Ask while it's still
It
on
seems
your
that we're all
mind.
very interested in the Fanes, so I think even out of character and in character kind of reflects that. So we'll probably do the Fanes and then move into dealing with the plinths once we have some boons, hopefully.
That's such a fun word. Blint.
I'm
It's a
hoping.
blint.
I'm hoping that for once we have this group we have to deal with. I hope we just don't kill them or have to kill them. It's like they're just there and they're here to help us. You know, just
Someone's
once.
got to die.
I'm kind of really excited to see the lady with the paintings again. She was fun.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah. Now
She
we
was
have more
cool.
context. Yeah. We never get
And
to
I
see
want to see the other lady and give her a piece of my mind. Rat statue that.
A piece of your mind.
Ratigan.
Oh,
The
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
because of the
gave us
stuff she
Yeah.
gave. All the stuff, yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
the one who played pranks on us?
Basically.
That isn't in the water. That cannot
But the-
swim.
But the one that was
We don't
really
know
bad
that. We
was
should
was
Oh, I just
was-
realized this ad break is 5 minutes to start.
Is he?
So we
and
can
one was
cut
just
off the
straight
stream
up
here.
poison. One was just
Yeah.
poison.
Bye, everyone.
All right, sorry, I misread the thing. It was like an ad notification that it's coming up, not that it's going.
Oh.
It's very late. I'm super tired, and I just got off a day of work plus D&D. So you guys take it easy. Bye, everyone.
If it's